Okay, let's talk to Al in Redditch. Morning, Al.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you want to talk about the too fat to fly, don't you?
Oh, yeah, the too fat to fly thing. Well, I don't think it's fair, to be honest. I mean, it can hurt people. It's unnecessary. People shouldn't have to pay more. It's just, well, I don't know. Personally, I think there's a more serious underlying problem, and that's the amount of Battletoads in the luggage.
Right. Well, I think that's a very important thing that we should be addressing. Thank you, Al, for that. The amount of toads. Al is clearly crazy. I think Al's right. I think that we should be addressing the amount of toads in people's luggage. Why has this not been addressed? Daily Mail, where are you on this subject? You know, where are you, Daily Mail? You know? Oh dear God, no wonder I drink. Nev's in Welling. Morning, Nev.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'd like to talk about superstitions and Friday the 13th in particular, because, a few years ago, it was my Uncle Bainland's 56th birthday.
Right.
It fell on the 13th, and, it fell on a Friday, sorry, it was always the 13th. But, he was I have some Scandinavian heritage, so he lived in Norway. I don't know if you know what that is.
No.
No, never mind. But, he was sat resting, and obviously being Scandinavian, he had, like, heads on the wall and things like that, and he sat on his chair by the fire underneath one of these large moose heads. And the fastenings had came undone, and, they fell on him and killed him in his seat by the fire. Just the moose head fell on his head.
Your uncle was killed by a moose head on his 56th birthday on Friday the 13th.
Yep. He's hot, so he's never been a good day for me. I mean,
how long ago was this?
This was, I think it's 7 years now. 7 years.
How awful!
I know it was. We didn't get to see him much, obviously, because he was Norwegian, but. You know.
Oh, so you weren't there when it happened?
We weren't there when it happened, but that's what we were told by the authorities that happened.
Oh, so he was on his own at the time, was he?
He was. Well, my aunt was there, and she was. I don't know where he was. She wasn't in the same room. I think she might have been in bed. It was pretty late at night.
Yeah, and then the moose.
It was a shame, really. I just can't. I never could have possibly seen anything like that happen. Well, a moose head. I don't know, but it's also I've injured myself multiple times on Friday the 13th. I mean, I've been in the car crash on Friday the 13th.
Oh dear.
I've been because I go to Norway to see them, and I snowboard. So I've broke my leg snowboarding on Friday the 13th.
Not the same Friday the 13th that your uncle passed away.
No, sadly not. No, but I mean, sadly not. I mean,
not sadly not, but you know, just not. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's awful. So you've broken your leg on Friday the 13th. Your uncle died on Friday the 13th. Has anything else happened on Friday the 13th?
No, nothing springs to mind, but I hope nothing happens tomorrow. Really do. But yeah, it's never been a good day.
What are you going to do today? You got any plans?
I've got work, and then I'm probably going to go to town, go on a night out. You know, night on the lash with the lads.
Is that a good idea, Nev?
Probably not, but I'm going to risk it anyway. I'm just going to, I mean, I'm personally not superstitious, but it just seems chance that things always happen on Friday the 13th. It's just, it's just too much.
Yeah. Well, listen, I'm sorry about your uncle. That's a horrible story.
Yeah, it's just pure chance. Pure chance. And well, I've heard this the story. My friends. It was my friend or one of his relatives, and he I think it was a cousin, and him and his friends, like, they take part in archery, and they went out on a Friday the 13th, and one of them took an arrow to the knee.
Oh dear. That's no good, is it, either? An arrow to the knee on Friday the 13th. So there's an arrow to the knee, the uncle with the moose's head, and especially as he seemed to have a selection of animal heads around the room, that he ended up sitting under the one that was loose. That's a very unfortunate thing to happen, and then he broke his leg as well on Friday the 13th. He does plan on going out instead, which will, hopefully do something to ease the pain of the moose's head incident. Edward is in Shepherd's Bush. Morning, Edward.
Oh,